Hi guys, I want to give you a quick tutorial on how to add a profile on our website for new instructors. So I'm assuming you have already logged into our WordPress site with a username and password. If not, here's the URL you'll have to go to, and the password and username are stored in our Google Sheets. So you should, if you don't know them, then maybe you shouldn't be doing this. Okay, so what I want to say is once you've you've gone to our website and this URL and logged in, usually you're going to see this view, the dashboard. If you don't, if instead what you see is our homepage, to get to the dashboard, and you need the dashboard for the profiles. You don't need the dashboard for other pages, but you do for teacher profiles. Go to hover over tutorial, click on dashboard. So the individual profiles are not web pages, they are posts. So you scroll down to post types, select profiles. And over here, we click add new. And I'm going to show you the minimum that you need to put in order to publish a profile. You can always go back later and add and build out. The reason I'm showing you the minimum is sometimes we're hiring a bunch of people at once, and it's best if you can just get the minimum up on our website right away. And later, as you get the photos, you get more information about the instructors, you can build out and edit what you have. So add title. Title is always going to be first name, last name. Then you can just copy the first name and paste it down into this field. And then you notice that automatically created a unique URL for this particular profile. And you can copy and paste the last name here. Okay. So you notice the red stars. That means these elements are required. And if you don't put them all in, when you publish, you'll get a red error message that will tell you what's missing. But don't do that. Make sure you see the red dot, go ahead and supply it. So if you don't have a photo already, a headshot of this instructor, then I have a placeholder image you can use that I've uploaded. Notice that the image size should be 600 by 688. I'll just go ahead and click add image, and you'll see any image that is not that dimension, usually it's larger than that dimension, is grayed out, so you can't use it. If it is the correct dimension, then here, it's available to use. And this first one, this is the placeholder that I uploaded for this very purpose. Okay, now primary title. At the moment of this recording, adjuncts or hourlies are labeled instructors. Their title is instructor. And people who are on a salary appointment are lecturers, and there's also senior lecturers. And then there's administrator titles. By the time you're listening to this, those titles might have changed. So make sure you know the current naming protocol that we have in our department before you start sticking these in. And notice you have to have it in order to publish. Then a couple other things that don't have asterisks, but are our protocol to put in all the profiles is if the employee supplies this and has a preference, we do pronouns. We always do our office address or the profile address. And at the moment of this recording, our office is at 1333 South Halsted, Suite 260. No need for a city and state. And the office phone for the instructor is our front desk phone. We don't fill any of the other items out. But even though email is not required, for us, it absolutely is. And the reason, I'm going to grab Craig's email, is this is meant to be a way for students to contact their instructors if they can't find their contact information anywhere else. So I've got that correct. Okay. Some of our instructors have supplied a CV to me as a PDF, and you can add that later if you want. Some also might have related websites. I don't think. The about. Now, at the moment, the minimum, you don't have to include about, but it's really good if you can. So what I will do is, after publishing this, I will email the instructor with the link to their new profile page and say, hey, these elements are missing. Could you please supply us with, and there's the about page, also their education. And then optional, they could say, well, if they have any publications, and licensures and certifications, a few of them do, and professional memberships. And a lot of our instructors are members with ITBE and TESOL. So the reason behind supplying their education and professional memberships is for CEA accreditation, we have to show that our teachers really do have master's degrees in TESOL or a related field. The membership isn't required, but it backs that up. And it's just very good for the credibility of our program. Selected presentations, optional, but we have many instructors who have done quite a few presentations. So really good to put that in there. And I think that's about it. The other required element is your net ID. You are the publisher. And there we go. So if you're listening to this instructional video, someone should have given you editorial access to our website. So, and then your net ID would appear down here. If you don't have that, look in our handbook to find out who to contact in our department. At the very least, our director, he or she, has the access to add you over here as a user. Okay. Now, we scroll back up and hit publish. Oh, look what I did. I did that on purpose so you could see what happens if you make a mistake. I put the instructor's email under the CV and it doesn't belong there. So now you see what happens when you have a mistake and how it automatically scrolled down to show you where. Okay, now I can publish. And I can go ahead and view post. And this automatically publishes it to our website and our team page that has how you get to everybody's profiles. This is now listed there. And then you want to double check. And then you can also copy this link and send it to the instructor to ask him or her for the elements that are missing. And just to review, the minimum that you need to publish is the placeholder image, first name, last name, title. And if you're not sure, but you actually have to publish right now, use instructor, and you can always go back and change that. Then the contact information, address, our office address, our office phone, that person's UIC email. And you can go back to About Us, click on Our Team, wait for your slow computer, and everybody is listed. By the way, if you're sharp, you'll notice I have a mistake here. We don't use adjunct lecturer anymore. I'm going to go back and edit Kate Adams so that she's instructor. But everybody is listed alphabetically by last name. And Craig Moran is probably on page 3. There he is. Okay, so he's automatically published. Now, if we go back to page 1, and we go to Kate. Because his profile is a published page, now I don't have to go to the dashboard. I can just go to Edit Profile and scroll down, update her to instructor. See, there's an example where she supplied pronouns, and she supplied the about information, publication, right? Oops, she has several publications. And service to the community, notable honors, education. And this is the format for education. So and there's a professional memberships and her presentations. So let me go ahead, update. She's good now. And I want to show you quickly the place where you can find a template of how to format all of that information is, you go back to our team. And Trisha Duke is who I recommend looking at. And there you can see the formatting style for our website, how education is listed, how the licensures are listed, professional memberships, which are going to be pretty much, at least the first 2, almost all our teachers have these memberships, and even selected presentations. It's not exactly MLA style, but close to it. It's a kind of simplified version. Okay, so that's it. And in some other video, I will show you how to create the profile picture and add that.